Hello everybody, welcome back to Uncle Steve's Card Shop, where we sell Japanese and Korean Pokemon boxes at a fair and reasonable price. Today, I wanted to discuss the idea of investing in Pokemon. Now, the question is, to start, is Pokemon actually investing? Well, based on the definition of an investment, I would absolutely say Pokemon is an investment. An investment is an asset or item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciate over time. Now, is it a smart investment? That is up for debate. That being said, not a financial advisor, don't have any credentials for this, just have many, many years of holding onto cardboard and then selling cardboard rather at a far later time. But is Pokemon investing? I'd say, yeah. People choose to make it an investment, therefore, it's an investment. People have been turning their money from $80 up to what is now about $200. That is pretty much an investment. That was the goal for many investors. This is, for them, a success. Now, I want to be careful here because we are in a bull market. Bull market. And in the bull market, everything seems to go up. And you can have a little chart here. We go up. Which is nice, obviously. To me, Pokemon is a cyclical. A cyclical would be something where we have ups and we have downs. And generally speaking, for me, you want to sell here and eventually buy here. Sell high, buy low. You know, general advice you've likely have heard if you've ever done any sort of investment ideas. Now, why is it that Pokemon has gained steam now? Well, I would say it's because the cards have gone way up. Cards are up. People want to invest. People want to freaking crack everything. Sets are cool. Sets are cool. And outside of this, it is a chase of cards and sets for people. And then, obviously, we have the bad people. Sorry. Back to regularly scheduled programming. We have the scalpers, of course, who are here to mess with people's fun. Buy the product out before you get a hold of it, and most of your retail stores, which then drives product prices higher because guess what? You're not able to get these cards. You're not able to get these sets that you so desperately want, and then you feel bad and I feel bad. Because I want you to be able to get your sets if you are the normal people who want to just crack stuff. Like I believe PokeSuite is. Appreciate you again. I hope you enjoy the product. And this is also why I have personally been grabbing Japanese products, because I want to be able to cater to, guess what? The people who want to just open product and have fun. There's nothing wrong with having fun. But as we discussed, scalpers are kind of ruining that, especially in English language. But anyways, back to the idea at hand. How would I be investing to not lose my ass off? Because this bull market cannot last. This is so ridiculous. Oh, one moment. So the question is, how are we supposed to invest in this bull market? Bull markets tend to be volatile, scary, because of, for the most part, FOMO. A lot of people don't want to feel like they're missing out on the train. They don't want to feel like, oh my god, everything's going to the moon, and I'm just here watching this going, oh my god, I could be doing that. But here's a huge issue with this. If you are on this and you just purchase at any point along the line, if the bear market comes, which is when the market sentiment is not so great, we will have a reversal to the ground. It happened last time that we had a bullish market like this over in COVID. Even though I was not part of it, I have seen the effects. I have seen many card stores close down because they were not able to keep up anything. Obviously, that's a whole discussion for another day. I'm really scared for the people who, in the height of this bull market, keep opening up card stores. I really hope it works out for them because I really appreciate my LGSs. But my god, this is a scary place to be if you are not able to actually make it happen. Anyways, prerequisites for investing in Pokemon. You need disposable income. And you need a good amount of disposable income. Obviously, you can invest just in one box at a time, and there's nothing wrong with that. This could be a very safe way if you really want to just have fun and be investing in cardboard like some other people, including myself, in all honesty. If you do not have disposable income, however, this is just not going to happen. You are not going to be able to do what needs to be done, which will be waiting for years. This should be what you're expecting. It should not be days. It should not be months. It should be years is the plan. And the reason it's for years is because, again, this bull market will not last. If you happen to hit your target profit that you're aiming for, cool. You can secure it. But we don't know if you're going to be missing up again on the higher end of this chart. We have no idea where you're going to end up. You can have target profits. That's what I'm personally going to do. I'm going to sell a small portion of my positions then. Speaking of positions, though, let's talk about positions. Positions. For me, I like to keep a stockpile of 6 to 12 boxes of every set. That can end up being quite a lot of money. 6 to 12 boxes, however, gives you a nice cushion. Or not cushion, rather, but it gives you a nice position for what ends up happening with the market over time. This happens to be what I'm comfortable with. You'll see people like Alpha Investments have pallets. I spelled Alpha wrong. I'm just going to say Rudy because that's the channel, and that's the guy who runs the channel's name. Rudy has pallets. A pallet is like 30 cases. 30 cases. One case is equal to 6 boxes. At this point, you can imagine just how ridiculous 30 cases ends up being. This is a ridiculous amount of this, and then he has like 3 pallets of everything or more, some crazy number. Slowly, so the trickle stuff in over time, you know, some crazy amount like this. But in general, you're looking to let the market rise up over time. And like I said, 6 to 12 boxes, I've been closer to this number. That's going to cost you a lot of money. Let's just say right now, if you're lucky, you can get every box for $80 in Japanese. I should note, this is my Japanese position. My English positions are actually much smaller because, again, I'm scared of this bull market. I don't recommend buying. But at the same time, you have no idea where this market's going to end up. But anyways, let's say you can get it for this. Every 6 boxes is going to be equal to $480. Because I'm closer to doing 6 rather than 12, I'm going to just imagine the number will continue to be 6. So we will keep doing 6. Oh no, what has happened? Okay, there we go. But I don't use this thing a lot. So let's erase a little bit. So we can see we're going to do $480 for every 6 boxes. And we get quite a number of Pokemon releases in the year. So you have to be prepared to spend this 480 extra. I'm just going to throw this number over here. And then 6B. And let's just count the amount of boxes we've had in the year. We've obviously had Terastal, which is at the tail end. I would not count Super Electric Breaker or Surging Sparks, but maybe we should, but I'm not going to. Am I? Is that where I want to start? Maybe we'll start there. Give me a minute. I'm going to call this good enough. So let me just pull up This over here, and let's just see how many boxes had come out. So we have black and white, which will be coming to our website later this week. This is one box each to me, so that is 480 plus 480. We had Glory of Team Rocket. Again, this is still assuming you can even get it at $80, which a lot of these are not. And some are cheaper, of course, but it's just a round number. This is for Heat Wave. So this is black. Actually, let's do this a little easier. So we had black, we had white, we had Team Rocket. I have to do TR. We had Heat Wave, Heat. We had Battle Partners. We had Terrastal. We had Super Electro Breaker. And we are not for the year yet. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is already $3,360 if I did my math right. 3360. I'm just going to put that there. We probably have, what? I don't know, 3 more sets in the year? 4 more sets? 3 to 4 more sets? I don't actually have any idea how many we're going to have. Let's say it's 4 more sets. So 480 times 4. Another 1920, 3360. We're going to spend just about 5,280. Let's do this. We're going to spend about 5,280 a year. This is where we are currently at for 6 boxes. Again, there are people who will do far more than this. This is just what I'm comfortable doing. And again, you should be planning to do this for years. This is something I can't stress enough. If you are someone who cannot spare the money, please, 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 please don't start trying to invest in Pokemon boxes. Please put that somewhere safe. You need the money to survive. You don't need to worry about this. Pokemon investing will still be here later down the line when you are in a better position. So I'm just going to implore you to not go crazy. Which obviously maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should be saying, yeah, you should buy my product so you can invest right now and care about my bottom line. But no, I care about you guys as people. This is all fun. Frankly, what? If I was smart, I should just put everything in this ETF, call it a day, and we'd go to the moon. Yeah, here's an arrow, here's the moon, here's you. You'd be happy. Let's make your face bigger. This could be what we would be doing otherwise. But you're here investing in Pokemon if you're genuinely an investor because it's fun. It's something that's fun. It's something where, wow, this cardboard of something that I grew up with in my childhood was able to push my profit higher or make me in a better position. Pokemon helped me buy my house or whatever cool future you want to envision for yourself. And that's fun. I get it. And obviously this can turn into a far bigger number. Let's just say I actually hit my goal of 8%, then it turns into $5,700. That's cool. Like, that's fun. That's plus $500. That feels good. That's fun. Again, over time. Timeline for this kind of thing is going to be crazy too. You have no idea what it's going to end up being. For me, I'm expecting years, maybe 3 to 4, and then I sell a little bit. That's the next part of my investing. I will not sell all of this. Let's just say I have 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. Let's just say this is what I have for now. I'm going to delete this. But anyways, let's just say we have 6 of everything. Once I hit my first price target, let's just say 8, 10% up, I'm going to turn this box into 5. I'm not going to sell all of them. Maybe I'll even turn it into 3. I don't know what my velocity may end up being down the line. I don't know how Pokemon's going to be looking. I do not want to have no exposure to a box that is especially this good when we're talking about Black Bolt. Speaking of, this doesn't even answer everything because we had the deluxe boxes, but I'm just going to ignore the deluxe boxes. We're going to talk about just normal boxes. So in general, at that point, investing in Pokemon, I would turn my box after I hit profit margin of whatever we want to call it. Maybe 3, or this is going to be like 8 to 10%, or 8 to 12%, like I was saying, 8 to 10, 8 to 12, whatever number you may want to give. This number is arbitrary. You can choose whatever profit margin you want. It just makes more sense for me to put that number because, again, I'm competing with actual, safe, smart, what you probably should be doing if someone were going to give you financial advice. Which is not me again. This is purely for entertainment. And then over time, like I said, getting back to what we were doing, you turn these into 3. Maybe it turns into whatever else. Maybe Team Rocket is fantastic and you actually only want to sell 1 and set actually balloons and you're not sure how high it's going to go. Maybe it's going to the stratosphere. Maybe we go into the black hole and then, pop out into another universe. We can never know what's going to happen with these products. We can't know about any of these products, really. So you want to be ready for it. I mean, what people were calling Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike was bad product. Sad. Why would you buy Fusion Strike? That's why the boxes were plummeting. That's why distributors were begging LGSs to buy it. Begging investors who happen to have access to this distribution to buy it. You have to be ready for this. But yeah, this product was considered a bust. Now it's almost what? We're nearing $800? Maybe more? I don't even know what Fusion Strike's at now. So, overall, again, this is pretty much what you're getting into. You're going to have this much tied up year over year, most likely, if you're doing this right. Year over year. Then you have to the next year. Year 2. And then year 3. And by this point, what? You've sunk in 428 times 3. Or not 5280 times 3. You've sunk 15.8k into Pokemon. If you're just doing this. This isn't even big, guys. This is just the case. It's technically, I believe, a little less than a case in Japanese. I don't know. I order by the box. Let's go look it up together. I'm going to do this on my phone. Not even. It's half a case. This is half a case, guys. This is half. Anyways, this video is run on long enough where I don't think most people would be watching still. If people are, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. I think you guys genuinely want to be investors in the space. And obviously, I want to give you as best advice as I can, even if it is entertainment purposes, as I've said. But at 15.8k, most likely after this amount of time, which is 3 years, you will likely have some product to sell, like you saw over here. Which will slowly be turning this number less. 15.8 might be, maybe you sell, I don't know, let's say a box each. Realize math here is a little funky because I originally was doing $120, yada yada yada. $120 times 11 is a little different. That's going to be 1320. 1320 is actually I'll just bring this back up. It'll be at the end of the video, but you guys will see it there. Anyways, 1320, and we are going to go ahead and take 13% off it. And then you'd have to take $66 off for shipping, so we'd be at $10.82. That's what you'd end up with in the TCG player example, not whatever I'm about to say. Sorry about that. Have a good night. So again, wouldn't recommend going crazy investing in Pokemon, but if you have disposable income, you want to have some fun, by all means, this is my personal strategy and this is why I do it. This is also why I have the website, which lets me buy extra product to sell, and the product that does not sell becomes, again, part of my investing portfolio. The goal is to trim it down to about 6 boxes, 6 to 12, like I said, left over, and call that my investment position. And this is my goal to both provide you guys a cheap and reasonable product relative to English, at least. Let you guys have some fun. Honestly, I think Japanese cards look better too, and they are better quality with the texture and the card quality. So for me, Japanese cards are just better. Maybe not in value again, but as a collector and someone who enjoys Pokemon, this is my preference. Not that all my cards are in this language. But yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully my rambling makes sense even. I don't usually make this sort of video. If people enjoy it, I can obviously keep going. But Pokemon investing is a cool idea. It's just dangerous, and people are, like I said, really fixated on this bull market. People can't help but want to be fearful that they're missing out on tendies. So they just buy in, and then 3 months down the line, or less, they go, where's my tendies? Crap, I need this money. I have rent. I have credit card bills. I have, I don't know, something else. Something else that I really just want to buy. At that point, you're not Pokemon investing. You're just you're hoping for free tendies and something that you're not understanding. You're just going to get crushed, and you're going to give your money over to, well, me as an option, I guess, because I will buy out. I would obviously buy you out, try to give you a fair and good deal. You go to enter vendors. If you go to your LGS, you're getting really scalped because they're going to give you 35%, versus me or another vendor is going to give you like 70 to 80 of the value. You could sell it yourself and lose 13%, obviously, like I said, and that's where businesses make their money. So on and so forth. This is pretty much... This is where those people who pretend they want to be investors go to liquidate when they realize Pokemon's not that cool to them. The idea of getting cardboard and being able to live off it is not that cool. But yeah. Over time, if you really got this together, you would turn 6 boxes into far more, which turns that $1,000 of profit into a lot more. Because again, this is an estimate. It can go higher. It can be a lot less. It could be 0. And you would have to just keep going to year 5 and 6. Or year 4, 5, 6 without seeing anything. But at that point, you were taking a bet that Pokemon eventually enters another bull market in your lifetime. I think we can pretty confidently say Pokemon is here for the long haul. I think we can pretty confidently say that at some point Pokemon will return to a bull market. But we can't know for sure ever. Let's clean this up a little bit. I will summarize like I have said before. You buy boxes, buy set amount of boxes, buy number of boxes. You wait. You wait. For years, like I said, years. And you sell. Yeah. Let's do this diverging road, actually. Sell if good. Hold. You end up holding if it's not good. And obviously, as you're waiting, you have to buy your same number of boxes. You go in this loop-de-loop over and over and over. You end up with a stupid amount because you're accruing so much freaking product that you can't even store it all. And you end up with 5+ figures of product so fast because it's just 2 years if you're only doing 6 boxes even. That's half a case again, guys. But yeah. Anyways, I think I've rambled on enough. If you're trying to invest and you're still here, I genuinely believe you are. Be careful. Do so responsibly, even if it's 1 box each. Even if it's 1. Then the numbers become a lot more reasonable. You still get to have the fun and exposure that you're in Pokemon. You're not burying yourself. Yeah. Anyways, again, hopefully my rambling made sense. I appreciate you all. Let's full screen this for fun. Please stay safe out there, my friends. If this video flops or no one likes it, I'll probably still put one of these out from time to time because I enjoy it. If people found this helpful, let me know. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Always more than happy to help the people. Always trying to help people stay safe out there. And obviously, if you're just enjoying ripping packs, rip your packs, have fun. Have a great day, my friends. Good night.